The Australian government is being urged to expand its scam prevention framework to cover more critical sectors, enhancing consumer protection against scams, with the team from Yubico advocating for broader safeguards. Joining me today is Geoff Schomburgk, Vice President for the Asia Pacific and Japan region for the team at Yubico. It's good to have you with me in the studio. Let's talk key cybersecurity trends and challenges that we're seeing businesses face at the moment.
So, and it's not unique to Australia, but
no.
Phishing scams are prevalent everywhere.
Yeah.
That's always been the case, but what we're seeing trend-wise is the rise of artificial intelligence, making those scams more convincing, making them easier to get out to and reach more people. So having a response from the government of the scam prevention framework is a really good step forward because those trends are not going away. They're in fact increasing.
And it's being used as both an attack surface or attack weapon and a defence mechanism, I understand, as well.
Yeah, mostly what we see is the attack, people wanting to get hold of your credentials to be able to do bad things, to log into your accounts and steal money or cause mischief for large corporates.
So what are the main elements of the Scams Prevention Framework Bill, and how is it going to combat these scams and sort of make people a little bit safer online? Yeah,
look, I think from where it stands at the moment, the focus is going to be on three main sectors: banking and finance, telcos, and then online digital services, to try and protect us as consumers. And those are the areas where most of us have exposure as consumers. Banks, we've all got our telcos, and more we're all using social media platforms. So that's what's in scope for now. And the bill is trying to look at a number of different approaches to detect, prevent, and then respond. And there's several components behind that, but that's essentially it. And where we're coming from at Yubico is we're looking at that prevent as the area of focus, because if you can stop people getting in the front door, you're stopping the majority.
There is no point closing the gate once the horse is bolted, as it's been said, but why should the legislation here be expanded to include sectors like utilities, healthcare, education, and even retail as well? I guess that's connected to spend.
Yeah, look, because all of those areas are where we as consumers have online accounts. So the bad actors, they will go for the path of least resistance, a bit like water. It'll find it the easy way in.
Good example.
And if we're protecting our banking and finance and our telco accounts, well, what about our flybys or our other healthcare providers? If we're using weak username and password or phishable authentication in those areas, we all know we've got too many passwords.
110%.
So we all reuse them. So my username and password that I use for my Telstra account, for example.
Don't say it on air.
No, didn't say that on air. Most people would have something similar for all their accounts because it's too hard to remember.
Correct.
So the bad guys will try and find another way in. So we think that making the user phishing resistant in all aspects of their digital world is really the way to go. So this is a great step forward, but we're encouraging it to go faster and go broader.
Well, because the bad actors out there are certainly going faster and broader and more focused, if you will. Where does Yubico sit in all of this? If people want to find out more, engage, what are you guys offering and who do you expect to knock on the door?
So we focus very much on that prevent. So phishing resistant authentication is what Yubico is all about, using modern authentication methods. Some people have heard of passwordless, passkeys, it's all the same thing. So enabling those strong authentication methods is where we play. People can look us up on our website, contact us. We've got a network of resellers around the country that know the product inside out. And really we're trying to make people aware that there are methods out there that can be exposed across all aspects of a consumer's digital life, and encouraging providers to take up that option to make us as consumers safe in all aspects of our world.
Absolutely, every single aspect, all of those doors and gateways. Geoff, I want to thank you for joining me on the program and having a chat to me. It's always a timely one to speak about these things and keep the ball rolling.
It is. So, thanks, Mike.